Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, February 10th, 2017. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I'm Whitney Walker.
And I am Rocha. In today's top news, we will talk about exciting plans for our new buildings on Tarleton's campus, Trump's insight on his new travel ban, and news for the next Winter Olympics. These stories and more coming up on Texan TV.
In campus news, the Texas A&M Board of Regents approved Tarleton's budget and plan for constructing a new engineering building on the Stephenville campus, according to an announcement by Tarleton State President Dominic DeTavio. The planned building will be 3 stories, nearly 100,000 square feet, and provide the much-needed space for the expanding engineering, computer science, and engineering technology programs. DeTavio says the new building will serve as a new beautiful front door along Washington Street that will enhance the university and benefit the students. Crews will break groundwork on the new building on March 1st and plan to have it completed by August of next year and occupied by October. University spokeswoman Cecilia Jacobs told Texan News that the new building would be built on parking lot P30. The P30 lot currently has 485 parking spaces, all of which will be replaced by the new construction.
In local news, tomorrow our Texan and Texan basketball teams will be taking on the Angelo State Rams. The Texans will tip off at 2 p.m. and the Texans will start at 4 p.m. Both games will be aired at watchespn.com and on the ESPN app. Due to ESPN's broadcasting rights, Tarleton Sports Network will not have a live stream of the game. TSU Athletics will be giving away free purple shirts and rally towels. Be sure to get there early because this will be a first-come, first-serve. Students can get into the game for free with their Texan card, and all other tickets can be purchased at the ticket booth or online at tarletontickets.com.
In state news, Texan News reports that 1 in every 1,461 students at the largest 20 state universities was a victim of a violent crime. Texas A&M University had the highest number of reported violent crimes out of the state's 20 largest universities. 43 violent crimes were reported there. The campus has 57,934 students, which means that there was 1 violent crime per 1,347 students. Baylor University had the highest ratio of students per crime. Baylor reported 40 violent crimes, adding up to 1 violent crime per 419 students. Tarleton State University reported 9 violent crimes during this time, putting Tarleton at the middle of the list with 1 crime for every 1,369 students on campus. To read the full story, go to texannews.net.
In national news, today President Donald Trump says the court ruling blocking his refugee and immigrant orders is a political decision by the appellate court. Trump said the ruling against reinstating his refugee and immigrant order was a political decision that jeopardized national security. Trump has not specified what his next steps would be. Trump said, "We have a situation where the security of the country is at stake, and it is a very, very serious situation. So we look forward to seeing them in court." This ruling is the second legal defeat the president has faced in the last week. Trump passed a controversial ruling banning immigrants from 7 predominantly Muslim nations last week. Ever since the bill was signed, the court system has been in review to determine if it violated the Constitution.
In international news, longtime sports anchor Bob Costas has decided to step down as Olympic announcer. Mike Tirico will be Costa's replacement beginning next winter in South Korea. According to the AP, Costas has covered the NBC Olympics 11 times since 1992. Costas said he decided on his own a year ago that the time was right for a change. The decision, he said, was entirely on his own terms. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP.
This is AP News Minute. The U.S. Senate has voted on party lines to approve Tom Price as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Republicans see Price as a knowledgeable leader who can take on Obamacare. Democrats call him an ideologue with a shady history of trading healthcare stocks. A mother of two who was deported from Arizona spoke to reporters in Mexico. Her lawyer says Guadalupe Garcia de Reyes was deported as a direct result of one of President Donald Trump's executive orders. The White House and China's state broadcasters say President Trump and Chinese President Xi spoke on Thursday evening. The White House says Trump agreed to honor the One China policy that keeps U.S.-Taiwan ties unofficial. And officials in southern Louisiana say 2 workers were hurt and 1 was missing after an explosion and fire at a pipeline. The pipeline was carrying a very volatile natural gas byproduct. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports news, the Texans faced off against the A&M Kingsville Javelinas last night. The Javelinas are one of the 2 conference losses, and the Texans would exact some revenge last night. The Texans would be down 5-1 for the first 5 minutes of the contest, but after that, they would never trail again. The Texans would go on to beat the Javelinas by 37 points for the 78-41 win. Josh Hawley was out for the game and will be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks with a foot injury. Anthony Davis stepped up and he did not disappoint. Davis went to score 16 points last night and told Texan News in an interview that everything tonight I did for him, talking of course about Hawley.
With only a few games left in the season, the Texans have kicked things into high gear. The A&M Kingsville Javelinas would come to Wisdom Gym last night, and the Texans would come away with a crucial win. Bailey Whiff set the pace early and would end up with a career high of 24 points of the night. Mackenzie Haley would help Whiff out as the duo would combine a score of 45 points to notch the 67-53 win for the Texans. After the game, Mackenzie Haley told Texan News that, "With this win, I feel like we're confident, and if we keep playing how we played tonight and execute our plays and not turn the ball over, we can do it."
Today's weather will be cloudy with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 62 degrees. Saturday will be nice and sunny with a high of 86 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. But don't pack your jackets away too fast, because Sunday will be partially cloudy with a high of 70 and a low of 45. Expect showers in the forecast, starting Monday. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service, from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.
Watch us live on the Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on our Northland Cable Channel 9.
You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of our latest local, state, national, and international news.
Today's broadcast has been produced by Katie McQuillan and Channing Flatt. Have a wonderful day, Texans.